All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to this week's vlog. Today we're going to be doing two things primarily. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and take pictures and list all these rims and tires right here onto Facebook Marketplace. As you can see, I've accrued quite the collection of rims and tires, and this is only some of them. I actually have another set on my new age Mustang that I need to take off. We need to sell all this stuff just to make room for other things that we're going to buy, and like, I really don't need these tires and rims anymore, so they got to go. The second thing I want to do in this week's video is take the Rev 9 coilovers off of my Mercedes-Benz. I've been driving them, well, I've been driving the car with the Rev 9 coils for about 2 to 3 weeks now, I believe, and honestly I'm over them. I'm really not happy with them. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll show you guys in a minute what happened to me yesterday as I was driving the car and going up on an incline. I'm not happy with those coilovers, but anyway, we'll get to that. The first thing we need to do is take pictures of these rims and get them listed. So let me show you guys what we're going to be trying to get rid of. Firstly, we have these 16-inch Ford Mustang rims right here with brand new tires on them that are going to go back onto my new age Mustang right here. And then my new age Mustang is sitting on these 17-inch bullets, and inside the car I have a fresh set of tires for these 17-inch bullets, so I'm going to mount those fresh tires onto the bullets and sell the bullets. I don't really want them anymore, and I have my eyes on another set of rims for this car anyway, but for now we're going to put these 16s back on them because I think I can get more money out of selling the bullets than I can for selling these right here, because these are like stock OEM V6 style Ford Mustang rims. This next set right here is 21s. These are like some aftermarket Boss rims right there. These three right here are the same, and then this one is the same spec or the same size, but it's a little bit different in style, as you can see. I got these like a week ago. Again, this was a marketplace deal. I got them pretty cheap, and the tires are still in pretty good condition. Hopefully I can make a little profit on these, but even if, you know, honestly, if I just get my money back and break even, I'll be fine with that. Now, this third set right here didn't cost me anything. This set of rims and tires was given to me, but the tires are pretty much toast, and this is what the rims look like. They are all matching, and I'm only missing one center cap. I believe these are 20-inch rims. They're not like the best looking rims in the world. I really don't like the style of them, so I can't even really see myself using these on any of my personal vehicles, so these got to go. Now, this last set right here are some 20-inch rims that my mom had on her truck. However, she did not like how they rode, and so she went back to the OEM style Chevrolet rims on her truck, and so these got to go as well. These are 20-inch rims, aftermarket, obviously. I don't know what brand they are, but I think it says right here it's like Ultra Motorsport or something like that. And the tires on these are actually pretty good as well. She really didn't run them all that long, and so these still have a ton of tread, but they just make a lot of noise as you're like driving down the road. And for the people that have had like off-road tires on their truck or SUV, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These like super wide, like super off-road style rims just tend to make a lot more noise on the road than something like this would. All right, so we're here with the Mercedes, and as you guys know, it's sitting pretty nice on the Rev 9 coilovers that I installed. Now, when I installed them, I had to drive the car about 4 or 5 times and jack the car back up and adjust the coilovers about 4 or 5, 6, 7 times. I don't even know how many times it was, but I had to adjust the coilovers a ton just to get them sitting to where I wanted them to sit, and even then I still wasn't happy with the way the car felt. And then yesterday something happened that really ticked me off, and it was really the final straw for me, and I just really want to get these coilovers off this damn car already. So I went to my tax office to go sign some paperwork, and as I was driving up to get into their parking lot, which was really steep, this happened right here. If you guys can see it, the lip is like folded right here. There, if I sit on the floor now, you guys can see it. So this lip right here is supposed to be like upward, but as I was driving up onto the parking lot, the tire was turned to the right, and it like totally messed up this lip right here. So now I gotta bust out the heat gun with my rubber mallet and try to bang this back into place, because this just bothers me now. And some of you might say, oh Alex, it's not that bad, just crank up the ride height on the coilovers and it's a done deal. Yes, I can do that, but honestly, I still wouldn't be satisfied. I just don't like the way these coilovers feel on my car. I'm just not satisfied with them, is the best way I can put it. So I'm gonna take them off the car. I don't want them on this car. I don't like them on this car. I'll get lowering springs later on, but for now we're gonna go back to the OEM struts and coils. And luckily I did save all that stuff, so we're just gonna slap the OEM stuff back on the car. Before I installed the coilovers on the car, I was a little excited because this was gonna be my first set of coilovers, but honestly I haven't had all that good of an experience. So I'm just gonna take them off and get rid of them. I just don't want them anymore. Okay, the front passenger side is done. I kind of straightened out the fender as best I could. Now from certain angles, you can still tell that it's not like perfectly straight. However, I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get it like perfectly straight like how the fender was, but I think I got it close enough. From this view, looks pretty straight. And from over here, looks pretty nice as well. But in the reflection of the paint, if you stand like at certain angles, you can kind of see like it's a little mangled-ish, like right there. You can kind of see it in the paint reflection. Anyway, we still have the 3 other corners to do on the car, so let's hurry up and do them. All right, guys, we're done putting the old suspension back on. I mean, we kind of put the old suspension back on. I had to leave the Rev 9 rear struts in the back. I left those on. One of the OEM struts in the rear ended up being stripped, like on the top where you put like the cap on top. It's kind of hard to describe, but anyways, one of the rear struts ended up being stripped. And so I decided to leave the Rev 9 rear coils back on and just put the OEM springs back on. And that seems to have helped and improve the ride quality a lot. But the entire front of the car is pretty much back to stock coils, stock struts, stock sway bar end links, which are worn. The rubbers are pretty much toast on them. Even then, the worn OEM style sway bar end links still feel better than the Rev 9 sway bar end links that are supposed to be adjustable and whatnot. They didn't feel good at all. And so we're pretty much back to stock ride height for now. Now I am gonna order lowering springs. That is what I really want to do. But yeah, I mean, you guys gotta keep in mind that stuff is pretty pricey. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it like soon. But yeah, we're gonna be running the car on this stock ride height for the next couple months. I'll probably take the car to Monterey Car Week looking like this, especially over there in Monterey, because there's so many like steep roads and inclines over there in Carmel. And I feel like driving this car with lowering springs over there in Carmel would definitely not be a fun thing at all. So I'm probably going to run the car like this for a good while. I mean, at least we pretty much fixed the crunched up fender right here on the passenger side. Right now it's like on the shaded side, and you can't really tell it was ever damaged at all. But yeah, hopefully this video makes it to the 10-minute mark. I don't really got nothing else to share with you guys for this week's vlog. But I hope all you guys have a great rest of your week. Upcoming videos for the channel. I am going to be going out to the classic at Pismo Beach, so I'm probably going to be vlogging that, and so that will likely be one of the upcoming videos on the channel. But I won't make any promises on C350 content because I'm kind of over this car right now. I don't really feel like wrenching on it anytime soon. I will be doing a coolant flush on it because if you guys watched my Peterson Museum vlog, I mentioned that the coolant was pretty I don't know if corroded is the right word, but the coolant is like pretty old. You can tell it's pretty old and nasty in there because I looked in the reservoir. So I'm gonna do a coolant flush on this car, but that's not something that's really even vlog worthy. Anyway, I'll go ahead and stop rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching this week's video. Sorry that it's a short one. Next week's will be longer, I promise. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe and everything, and I'll see you guys later.